Hello everyone, this is Premlata and welcome to Clear Concept. In this video, we would be discussing about how to trace the list of those ledger accounts which are a loan parties or to whom the company has given a loan, but the same has been grouped under sundry debtors. Now, before we move on how to find it, the important question is why we need to find this and why the companies will do so. In a private limited company, a company cannot give loan to the directors, the shareholders, their relatives and all the related concerns. It will get covered under Section 222E of the Income Tax Act, which is on deemed dividend. Now, even in spite of these provisions, the companies do lend up loans to the related concern, and in order to not get it highlighted or in order to hide such loan transaction, they would not prefer to group the same under loans and advances, but will prefer to keep it under sundry debtors. Now, why so? The sundry debtors list can be around 100, 500,000 depending upon the size of the company. And within that list of hundreds and thousands of debtors, even if there are 10 such parties to whom the loan has been given, it is very difficult to trace it looking at just the balances. Because normally a debtor has a debit balance, and when we give a loan, then too it is having a debit balance. So with the help of Tally, we can do the entire process in just few minutes. Now, what is the logic behind this strategy? We need all the accounting entries at one place. Normally with a sundry debtor, we enter into what type of transactions? We enter into a sales entry, a receipt entry, and a journal entry. These are the common vouchers that we use. Now, if I found any entry which is of payment nature and which is entered with a sundry debtor, then that's an exception. We are just trying to find out these exceptional entries. Which report will give us? This can be found out only and only through group vouchers. Group vouchers can be traced through display, account books, and group vouchers. It's extremely important that you should know the right report, otherwise you will end up with a wrong result, or probably you will take a lot of time to get the desired result. Here I'm going through the list of groups and I'm selecting sundry debtor. The most important thing before you start any of the process, see that you change the period. This is showing me transactions only for the month of March. With F2, you can change the period. No need to type it when you set it correctly at the gateway of Tally. You can leave it blank and press enter. Now here we see the transactions entered with all the sundry debtors for the complete year. As you can see, there are more than 3,000 entries entered here. I just want to filter this entire report to include only the payment transaction. As already discussed, with a debtor, there are very rare situations where I have to make a payment to such party. And if we just go through those ledger accounts, we can reduce our entire job to only 10 to 15% of the ledger accounts. Now, in order to filter this report to include only payment transaction, we have to use the range function, which is available under Alt F12. Voucher, having voucher type, name, containing payment. That's it. And one more thing, the voucher type name is payment, and if you type here payments, then it will not be filtered because Tally won't understand that payment and payments is one and the same thing. So see that you don't end up making any spelling mistake here. Alright, we are done. These are the entries. Now, how many entries are there? We had originally 3,000 plus entries, and here I guess it's not more than around 40 to 50 entries. Maybe you need not go through each and every entry. Here also we are going to make it more smart. As you can see, the name of the ledger account is not mentioned here. That you have to turn through F12, and in F12 go to the second option, format, and make it detail. Press Ctrl A. So now you can see the name of the party as well. It is New Era, Nagpur Foods, Jagdamba Food, SV, Lotus, etc. So if you want to make a summary of this is not possible in Tally. For that, you have to export this to Excel. how to export it to Excel. Alt E, the shortcut to export any file. I'm changing the name here, Debtors, and Control A, enter. Within few seconds, the entire report will get exported to Excel, and then we have to do very few steps in Excel to get the final desired result. Alright, the report is ready. Let's check. Here is that Excel file, Debtors. So now what I see, the same list of transaction as it was filtered in Tally. I want to make a summary on the basis of the ledger account name, and I even want the date. Now very smart few steps. If I want this date, which is presently is in front of cash and bank, that is a credit part of it, I just need to insert one cell here and down. Whenever you're exporting anything in Excel, just have a habit of unmerging, because there are few cells which are merged due to headers and totals. You can just unmerge them and insert one cell here. Now what happened with this step? Now I'm having the date in front of the name of the ledger account that we want to summarize. I'm having this bank and cash, which is extra items, and I presently don't want them. So I can delete them. How to delete? Just select the entire data, Control Shift side arrow and end, and apply filters. From this filter option, you can, in the date column, you can unselect everything and just select blanks. Right? Now what happened? It has selected on those lines, those rows where I'm having cash and bank detail, which I presently don't want for the purpose of summary. I'm deleting it. And now if I expand this, I can see only the name of the parties along with the amount and the date. Now it's the perfect thing. The only thing we need to do is we need to summarize this. The best tool to summarize the report is the pivot table. Pivot table option is available under Insert tab. Just select the data, go to Insert, Pivot Table, and OK. Pivot table requires that every column must have a heading, so I'm just deleting these columns which I don't want. So now again my report is perfectly fine here. I'm inserting a pivot table. OK. The canvas is ready. I want a summary on the basis of the names, so I select particulars, and the amount column is debit. Here I have a list that I have taken, I have paid Amibhav Kirana 17 lakh rupees and so on. You can arrange this entire report amount wise decreasing order. Just take your cell in this column, any cell of the cursor on this column, and sort largest to smallest. Now you can see that the company has taken, or company has paid. Now you can see the company has paid Nagpur Foods 50 lakh rupees, Amibhav 17 lakhs, Govri 6 lakh 45,000, and so on. So these are the top heads. You can just simply go through these 5-6 ledger account to understand what are the nature of transaction and why this company actually made the payment to a debtor account. So with this entire process, you can drill down to the particular ledger account, which will help you to further investigate into the matter. I hope you had a very good understanding about this part of the analysis. Thank you so much for the patient listening, and have a great day.